Mr. Vice President, Senator, thank you so much. How critical are the endorsements of Senator Klobuchar, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, and also former Congressman Beto O'Rourke to your campaign on the eve of Super Tuesday?
The endorsement of the senator is profound. I can't underestimate it. She has been, the most I've heard from anyone on the campaign trail is about Amy. Not a joke. She's won all the debates. She is a person who has never walked away from trying to unify people. She understands the Midwest and central parts of the country better than anybody in the country. She's never lost, and I am so flattered she'd endorse me.
And how critical, though, is it to your campaign? And I'll ask you the same question.
I think it's very critical. I think it makes a great deal of difference. The momentum makes an enormous difference in a presidential campaign. And coming out of South Carolina as strong as we had with the incredible endorsement of the senator and others has had a rippling effect across the country. And quite frankly, it's also changed the nature of the coverage of the campaign. And so it's been enormous. We have, because of this endorsement and what's happened in the last 2 days, she's done this, but I've never done it before. We've raised this month, from the 1st of February till now, over $37 million online, or $33 million online. I've never, so it matters a lot.
It does. And think about the energy. Mayor Pete has so many new people that he's gotten involved. That was a huge endorsement, as well as Beto, who electrified the state. And I think what you're seeing now is a unification. Our party's coming together because Joe Biden can bring our party together as well as our country together.
I can't help but ask, is this a possible ticket we're seeing right here?
She can do anything. Anything at all.
I am focused on helping Joe Biden and thanking the people of Minnesota who have given me the opportunity to serve them in the Senate. And I do want to remind everyone that Minnesota is a Super Tuesday state. And so there may have been a few people that were going there to vote for me tomorrow, and I'm asking them to vote for Joe Biden.
I wanted to ask, what changed since yesterday when you told WCCO you're staying in?
Well, I had been thinking about this for a while, and the nature of campaigns is you keep going until you stop. And so that's why this morning I was in Salt Lake City, and I've been all over the country. And I think all of those supporters that I've gotten will, just like Beto's and Mayor Pete's, go to help Joe Biden, because we're going to be one ticket and one country.
Is this the last chance to really beat Bernie Sanders?
It's not about beating Bernie Sanders. It's about beating the president. And I think what we have to do, and this has been a theme of the senators for a long time, we not only have to be able to beat him, we have to be able to carry and build a United States Senate where we have a majority and keep the House of Representatives. And I think with the support of the people who have announced for me just in the last couple of weeks, it does that. It sends the message that in order for us to win back the Senate, keep the House, we have to unify the party and unify the country, and that's what it does.
And if Bernie Sanders is at the top of the ticket, you don't believe that could happen?
I think it'd be more difficult for it to happen. But look, whoever the candidate is, whoever wins, I'm going to support. But it's a little. We have not labeled Bernie a socialist. He names himself as a socialist. He is an independent when he's not running for president. He's a good guy, but I think it's really important that, as the senator pointed out in our debates, that we level with the American people what we're going to do, how we're going to get it done, how much it's going to cost, and who's going to pay for it.
Senator, how did this all come about? What were your discussions with the Vice President's campaign, and how did it?
Well, I started to think about this around the South Carolina time, and then on Sunday morning I saw him at the church in Alabama, and so I thought about it some more. I talked to my campaign manager that morning, and then we started working on how we were going to do this. And probably the hardest part is letting your staff know, because we've hung together from the very beginning, but they were all really supportive of this, and I told them this is how we carry on our campaign, by helping Vice President Biden.
You got a little emotional out there.
Yeah,
tonight.
it was. Yeah, but it was just talk about a way to end your campaign in the middle of Texas with a huge crowd. You can't get better than that. So it was really quite a joyful event, and I just couldn't believe in the support of the congressman for him, as well as the Beto O'Rourke. It was a fun and wild evening.
Last question, Mr. Vice President. Mike Bloomberg is on the ballot. He's spent hundreds of millions of dollars on ads here in Texas and other states. How concerned are you that he might derail your campaign?
Well, I think that you can spend $1 billion in a campaign, but ultimately it gets down to your record and your background. And Mike's a good guy, but Mike's been a Republican. Mike has not been particularly supportive of Barack and me in our campaigns. He's, I mean, make him a bad guy. We just have very significant differences. And but you can spend all the money you want, but you still have to answer to your record. And Mike's starting to have to do that for all of you as well.
Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time.
That's
Really
great.
appreciate it, Mr. Vice
All right.
President, Senator. Thank you so much.
Very
Really
good.